Good day, everyone. I am Professor Djoriz Baello. I am graduate at Ateneo de Manila. For your host today. Today we will tackle the Copernican Revolution. I will introduce you the four speakers for today's event. First, let's welcome Miss Ladylee Estrada. She graduated at University of Oxford in England. Miss Ladylee.
Thank you so much, Professor Baello. My name is Ladylee Estrada, and I am one of your speakers today. Today's discussion will focus on the intellectual revolution, especially the Copernican revolution. Let us begin by defining the Copernican revolution. What is Copernican revolution? The Copernican revolution is a shift in astronomy from a geocentric understanding of the universe centered on the Earth to a heliocentric understanding in which the Sun is the center of the universe, stated in the 16th century of the Polish astronomer Nicolaus Copernicus. Ptolemaic model, also known as geocentric model, in which the Earth is the center of the solar system, was challenged by Nicolaus Copernicus. The theory known as the heliocentric model or heliocentrism was established by Nicolaus Copernicus. It implies that the Sun, not the Earth, is the center of the solar system. So let's talk about the heliocentric model. What is heliocentric model? The heliocentric model is a cosmological model in which the Sun is near or at the center of the solar system or universe, with the Earth and planets rotating around it. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, Miss Ladylee, for your sharing your knowledge to us. The next speaker is Miss Princess Carreon. She graduated at University of Toronto.
Thank you, Professor Baello. Hello, everyone. I'm Princess Carreon. Let's talk about Copernicus 1473 to 1543. Nicolaus Copernicus was a Renaissance polymath, active as a mathematician, astronomer, and Catholic canon, who formulated a model of the universe that placed the sun rather than Earth at its center. In all likelihood, Copernicus developed his independently or Aristarchus of Samos, an ancient Greek astronomer who had formulated such a model some 18 centuries earlier. The publication of Copernicus' model in his book De Revolutionis Orbium Celestium just before his death, 1543, was a major event on the history of science, triggering the Copernican revolution and making pioneering contribution to the scientific revolution. Next. Copernicus was born and died in Royal Prussian, a region that had been part of the Kingdom Poland since 1466. A polyglot and polymath, he obtained a doctorate in canon law and was a mathematician, astronomer, physician, classic scholar, translator, governor, diplomat, and economist. Next, let's talk about heliocentric model accounts for retrograde motion. Heliocentric model account for retrograde motion as due to the simultaneous motion of the Earth and outer planet, such as Mars. The Earth moves faster in its orbit and essence catches up with the slower moving Mars as shown in this demonstration. Okay, lastly, evidence of heliocentric theory. Evidence to support Copernicus' heliocentric theory when he observed 4 moons in orbit around Jupiter. Beginning in January 1610, he mapped nightly the position of the 4 Medicean stars. Over time, Galileo deduced the stars were in fact moons in orbit around Jupiter. Thank you so much, Professor Baello.
Okay, thank you, Miss Princess Carreon, for your wonderful explanation. Now we will proceed to our next discussion. Let's welcome Miss Joan Mai De Guzman. She graduated at University of London. Miss Joan Mai.
Thank you very much, Professor Baello. Today I will give about Galileo and Galilei and Johannes. Galileo discoveries of Jupiter's moon with his telescope showed that Earth was not the center of all orbits and strongly supported a heliocentric model even though Copernicus' model was no more accurate than Ptolemy's. Galileo's discoveries of Venus phases with his telescope show that Venus must orbit the sun, strongly supporting an heliocentric model, even though Copernicus' model was no more accurate than Ptolemy's. Venus is clearly smallest when it is superior conjunction and largest when it is close to inferior conjunction. The phases of Venus. Galilean observation of Venus completed the heliocentric problem. Venus, like our moon, exhibit beautiful phases when observed through a telescope. A little research and though revealed that this was the only possible with heliocentric system like the one proposed by Copernicus. More importantly, Venus phases were impossible in Aristotle Earth-centered system. Tycho, 1546-1601. He proposed instead a compromise. The Earth moves around the Sun, but the rest of planets move around the Earth. Tycho. Brahe measured position precisely before telescopes were available. Brahe constructed enormous instrument to meticulously record the precise positions of the planets in the sky to an accurate never previously obtained. Tycho Brahe astronomical observation disproved ideas about the heavens. Using parallax, Brahe was able to demonstrate that a comet of 1577 was beyond the moon's orbit and that the supernova of 1572 was in the distant real of the stars. After his death, his assistant Johannes Kepler discovered a pattern and develops the law to explain planetary motion. Parallax, apparent change in an object position due to a change in the line of sight. Parallax, a phenomenon in which the apparent position of an object changes because of the motion of observer. Johannes Kepler, at the turn of 17th century, Kepler, armed with Tycho Brahe, unprecedentedly rigorous data, revised Copernicus' theory and introduced elliptical orbits. He also stopped insisting that the planets follow uniform motion, allowing him to discard the cumbersome elliptical machinery. Proposed elliptical paths for the planets about the sun. It was not until the 17th century that Galilei and Johannes Kepler developed and popularized the Copernican theory, which of Galilei resulted in trial and conviction for heresy. Following Isaac Newton, work in celestial mechanics in the late 17th century acceptance of the Copernican theory. Thank you very much.
Okay, thank you, Ms. Joan Mai, for your explanation about our topic. Let's proceed to the last topic. And the last speaker is Mr. Lesther Garcia. He graduated at Brooklyn College in New York City. Mr.
Okay, thank you for introducing me, Mr. Professor Djoriz Baello. Our discuss for today's concept and contribution of Copernican revolution. The Copernican revolution in astronomy was a paradigm shift from the view that the sun revolved around the stationary center of the universe, the Earth, to the view that the Earth is one of several planets revolving around. These planetary theories profoundly affected man's relation to God and the universe and further, were catalytic to the transition from a medieval medieval to a modern Western society. The Copernican theory created tremendous controversies in the religion, philosophy, and social theory, which have set the tenor of the modern mind. Copernican revolution shift in the field of astronomy from a geocentric understanding of the universe, centered around Earth, to a heliocentric understanding centered around the sun, as articulated by the Polish astronomer Nicolaus Copernicus in the 16th century. Our next discuss importance. The Copernican revolution gives us an important framework for understanding universe. The Copernicus revolution play a significant role in society during the period because it rejected the church beliefs and question church teaching. It also encouraged Galileo Galilei and the Johannes Kepler to study further the universe and its planet's position. Okay, once again, thank you, Mr. Jared Baello.
Okay, thank you so much for your knowledge, Lesther Garcia. And thank you to all of you for sharing your knowledge about our topic, about Copernican revolution. I hope you learned today. Thank you everyone and have a nice day. Bago patapos ang lahat, sabay-sabay tayong pumalakpak para sa ating sarili. Gusto niyo mga kanyo. And sabay-sabay tayo magpasalamat kay Sir Nick Hall. Open niyo yung kanyo. Mike. 1, 2, 3. Thank you, Sir
Thank you,
Nick.
sir. Because
Sir Nico.
Salamat, sir. Thank you.